Good morning, students. We start chapter number 3, force and inertia. Up to now, we are studying force and their different types. Okay. So force is what simply we have already seen, push or pull due to which object set in motion. That is simply called as a force. Force has its main two types. First is contact force. Second is non-contact force. And also we studied due to the application of force what changes takes place in an object. Okay, we are saying shape or size may be changed, object may start moving, object may start. Okay, these are the also dimension of an object also get changes due to the application of force. Okay, so these are the some topic we see in last lecture. Also we see some example of contact and non-contact force. In that we study frictional force, applied force, normal force, air resistance. These are the some example of contact force. And there are we see non-contact force. In that we are seeing gravitational force, magnetic force. These are the some example of non-contact force. Okay. So in contact force what happens? Actually two objects are directly contact with each other. Okay. When we apply force on some hot object, at that time two objects are directly in contact with each other. These are the contact force. And in non-contact force what happens? Forces exist between two objects, but the two objects are not directly contacting each other. Okay, so that are the contact and non-contact. So next topic we have to see balanced force and unbalanced force. Okay, now we are already studied, that is the first line of this chapter is about Newton's first law of motion. Okay, Newton's first law of motion. So what is the Newton's first law? That Newton's first law tells us that every inanimate body continues in its state of rest or state of uniform motion unless it is acted by some external unbalanced force. Means what? If any object is stationary or it moving with somewhat speed, then it will be remain its original state. Maybe it is a rest position or it is in moving condition. At that time their state remains same until what? Until how much time? Up to that time when we not apply some external unbalanced force. If we apply some external unbalanced force on that object, then this motion will be disturbed. Okay, suppose I tell you an example, one big stone here. Okay, I want to move that stone. Then what if I tell that stone to move from here to there? Then it will be go? No, we have to apply force on them. Okay, but we have to apply some external force, no doubt about that. Whatever the force we apply on that stone, that is the external. But according to Newton's third law, we have to apply some extra force. Okay, that is the some external unbalanced force that may be cause to motion of that stone. Okay, first of all we see what is the unbalanced force. Okay, so some example that given in our book is, suppose this is a one table. Okay, and two pens are tied to this table. Okay, one from this side and one from suppose another side. Okay, so here this pen is tied as like that. Okay, so when we put somewhat mass here, okay, suppose 5 kilogram here and another one 5 kilogram here. Look at, we are seeing balance force. Balance means what? Simply equal. Balance means simply what? Equal. Two quantities are simply equal, that we simply call as a balance. Now here we attach two masses each of 5 kg to both sides of this string. Now here 5 kg and 5 kg are equal masses that we add here. So due to that what happened? On which side this spring will move? So here 5 kg masses to both sides of the string. Okay. Now what we do here, we remove this 5 kg mass from one side of this string. Okay. Now we have to see what happened here. Okay. If we remove this 5 kg mass from the one side, then we know the string will be fall on this side. Okay. Simply due to the mass, gravitational force act on this 5 kg mass. Okay. And we know gravitational force always downward force. Okay. It will always attract object towards earth's surface. So here this weight will be fall on the surface of earth and this string will be moved here. Okay. But now we consider again first case. Again we add here 5 kg. Now what happened? This string will be remain stable here. Okay. Both lengths of a string will be stable when we apply 5 kg same mass over other side of the surface. Okay. So what happened here? Both masses are now equal. Due to that string remains constant. Okay. Means if we want to move this string, then what we have to do? Suppose now I again attach here 6 kg mass. Okay. Then when I add here 6 kg mass, then that side, this side will be goes downward side. Okay. Simply again if I add 7 kg, then again it will be go downward side. Okay. So simply I add extra mass here. Means what? Mass is nothing but the mass, whatever the gravitational force act on this mass, that is nothing but the force. Okay. And that is weight is given by mg. Okay. That we already studied. So that much force applied on this side. Due to that, what happened? This string move more downward side as we add more weight on one side of this string. Okay. So simply balance force means what? Equal. Actually this 5 kg. Okay. Initially 5 kg and 5 kg. Here equal force act on downward side both the ends of the string. Okay. So this case is simply called as a balanced condition. Okay. And whatever the force at downward side due to the earth's gravitational force, that force is nothing but the balance force. Okay. So simply by the application of balance force on this string, it is not possible to move this string. Okay. What? When we apply balance forces at that time, it is not possible to move an object. So for that what we have to do? We have to apply some more force. If I apply here 6 kg, okay, 6 kg, then what happen? This string will move downward side. Okay, means motion in this string takes place when I apply some extra mass put here. That is simply meaning when we apply extra force over one end of a string. Okay, from that we have to simply study when we apply balance forces at that time we cannot move an object. Suppose we are seeing wrestling. Okay, in wrestling what happens? If two wrestlers are apply same force on each other at that time, one will not win. Okay, but if one wrestler that apply more extra force, okay, do more extra effort on second, whatever the effort some opponent do, some greater effort if another person do at that time, that will be win. Okay, so simply balance force means what? Simply equal forces, and due to the application of equal forces, motion is not possible. Or if motion is in progress and then we apply equal force, then we cannot stop that object. So Newton's first law tells us that every body continue in its state of rest or state of motion unless it is acted by some external unbalanced force. If object is stationary, or in motion, that will be remain continuous in its state, whether it is steady or motion, but up to that position when we not apply some external unbalanced force. So if object in motion, then we have to stop it. At that time we have to apply some external force that will be unbalanced. Which force? Unbalanced means somewhat extra force that object apply on us. Okay, then and then it is possible to stop motion of that object. Okay, so here gravity is also act on the big toe. Okay, so we have to apply more force than gravity. Okay, if we apply equal force than gravity, then motion is not possible. Okay, so that equal force is nothing but the balance force. Okay, so equal forces are called as a balance force, and two, somewhat you can say value of forces are changing. One is more and one is less, then such a forces are called as a unbalanced forces. When we want to move a stone, then we have to apply somewhat greater force than gravity. Then and then motion of an object is possible. Okay, so these forces are called as a balance and non-balance. Simply balance means of equal, their amount, their value are equal, and unbalanced means of their value are not same. Okay, example this case 6 kg and 5 kg. Here more force will be applied in downward side, so these are the unbalanced forces. Okay, so next topic we have seen some example of balance and unbalanced. Okay, now consider this is one heavy box. We have to move that box. Okay, so actually what happen when we add force on object? Suppose in equal force what happen if we consider this box and two persons apply same force on that box at that time, what happen? Now here this is the first person and this is the second person. They are applying force on this box. Suppose this first person apply 7 Newton force in this forward direction. Okay, and this is second person which is also apply 7 Newton force on this backward direction. So here amount of force is equal. Amount of force is what? Equal. So the resultant force is how much? 0 Newton. Means we cannot move this object in this such a case. Okay, when we apply equal forces at that time, motion of an object is not possible. Okay, then consider another one example, this one example. Okay, we know if we have to move an heavy object, if two persons are move that object, then it will be very easy to move as compared to one person move that object. Okay, so simply here same case, two persons are pushing this box. Okay, one apply 5 Newton and second apply 7 Newton force, but direction of force is same. Means they are apply both forces in same direction. In such a case, when we apply more than one force in same direction, then addition of forces are takes place. Okay, when we apply more than one forces in same direction, here 5 Newton, 7 Newton, two forces apply on this box, so their resultant is a 10 Newton that will also in same direction. Okay, so remember that when we apply forces in same direction, then force will get added. Okay, and now this is the third example. In that one person again applies 7 Newton. Okay, and another person counter that force by 5 Newton in opposite direction. When two equal and opposite forces, when two opposite forces, not equal, here 7 Newton and 5 Newton, so these are the not equal forces. 5 Newton and 7 Newton are apply on this box, but their direction is not same. they are actually in opposite direction, at that time their resultant will act on this box. So we know 7 Newton in this direction and 5 Newton in this direction. So their resultant will be 7 minus 5 will be 2 in this direction. So 2 Newton force will be act in this forward direction. Whether if 7 is applied in this direction, then that 2 will be applied on this direction and 5 will apply in this direction. Such a way that what happened, we can say, so we can remember 3 things. Okay, when equal and opposite forces act on an object, at that time motion is not possible. Object remain in stationary condition, or if it is in motion, then it continues in its motion. Okay, then second thing, if 2 forces apply on an object, at that time whatever the forces apply on that object, addition of that forces takes place, and that is nothing but the resultant force apply on that object. And third is, if 2 unequal forces act on an object in opposite sides, okay, 5 and 7 are unequal forces, then their resultant force will be in the direction of force which having greater value. Okay, so resultant force will be 2 Newton. Okay, 7 minus 5 2 Newton, and that will be applied in this 7 Newton's direction. Okay, so these 3 statements we have to remember. Okay, so we have to see next topic, that is inertia. Okay, we know mass is a one fundamental quantity. Okay, if any body having mass, any object having mass, at that time it always has a tendency that it cannot change its state very easily. Okay, suppose we are in motion or we are in stationary condition, okay, whatever the state we consider, then it is not very easy for us to change our that state. Okay, means our body tries to remain in its original state, whether it is in motion or it is in steady condition. That property of an object to resist change in state of motion or state of motion, that is simply called as a inertia. Inertia what? It is a tendency of an object to resist change in steady condition or change in condition of motion, that is simply called as a inertia. So now consider various type of example. Now one example we are very familiar, that is when we are traveling in bus. Okay, generally when we are in bus, at that time our body also move with the speed of bus. Okay, because we are in bus, so our body is also move with a bus, means our body have a speed equal to speed of bus. But what happens simply when driver suddenly applies brake, at that time what happen, when it suddenly applies brake, suddenly we will also move forward. Okay, so why we are actually move forward? Because our body also gain speed of the bus. Okay, then if suddenly it apply brake, at that time our body tries to continue with that speed. Okay, it does not want to stop suddenly. Our body also want to move with that speed. Okay, so due to that bus stops, but our body does not stop. It continues in its motion and we are fall. Okay, so simply here what happen, our body tries to do not change its state. It is in motion. After applying brake, it also try to continue in its motion. Okay, so due to what, we will move forward when bus driver suddenly applies brake. that is nothing but the inertia. Okay, that is the inertia of our body. Also, we have seen one example. Okay, that is the running. When suppose this is 100-meter track. Okay, and many contestants start their running from this point. Okay, they will have to finish their running here. Okay, so they try from here, they start their running from here, and after finishing this 100-meter mark, they directly not stop. Okay, if they want, still they will not stop here, because whatever the path they covered, in total path their body is in motion. Okay, and so we know it is a tendency of every massive body to resist change of state. Okay, here what happened, their body is in motion. After they come here, here is also they don't want to stop. Their body don't want to stop here. It is try to continuous in the forward direction. Okay, their body resist. Okay, it will oppose to change their state. Okay, it tries to remain in motion in forward direction. Okay, so that is why after completing running and they go 30-40 meter and then they will stop here. Okay, so they directly not stop here on 100-meter mark, but still for change their state they have to run somewhat again some distance, then and then they will stop. Okay, so simply inertia is what? Inertia is a property of massive body. Okay, if mass is greater, then inertia of that body is also higher. Okay, so inertia is simply, the definition of inertia is, it is a tendency of any massive body to continuous in its state of rest or continuous in motion. Okay, actually they are trying to oppose to change their motion. Okay, so there are different type of inertias. Okay, that we will see in next lecture. Thank you.